I'm Vicki. And I'm Dawna. And it's your time.
Hi, everyone. It's your time. And I am Dawna, and this is my co-host cohort, Vicki.
I like cohort, actually.
I
It
like
means we're
that.
doing something bad together.
Yes, we do. Like we're doing little naughty things.
I know. We're like robbing a bank or something.
Oh, no. Nothing that big. I was thinking of we're taking 3 cookies instead of
That's
one.
because you think too small.
Gotta think bigger.
So anyway, hi, I'm Vicki.
And welcome to It's Your Time. And
Welcome.
It is definitely it's your time if you are questioning what's going on in the world and in your life and in your heart, then it's your time.
And it really could be it's your time. We'll get back to that later.
I was just gonna say, Ricky has something, it could be your time.
It
That's
could be
right.
your time.
Yes. So we will start with what's new. So what's new?
What's new?
I thought you were gonna start.
All
What's
right,
new?
well, I can definitely go. All right, so what's new? I had a brilliant idea about keeping a little notebook when I get my, brilliant ideas and I want to talk about
Wow, that's
it.
something new. No one's ever done that.
No one's ever done that. It's my own thought. I am so original.
I love it.
So, one of the things about what's new is I was talking again to somebody, and the meditation came in. And not that it's new, but I think we need to revisit what meditation can give you. Like, meditation really can lower your blood pressure. Medication really can help with your pains in your body. Meditation can open your body up to healing itself. So I really wanted to stress the people who say that I can't meditate or I don't meditate, it doesn't take a lot. It just takes a few minutes, just getting quiet, concentrate on your breathing and just sitting there. If you want to listen to some pretty music, listen to some pretty music, but it just calm your mind and let your body kind of do what it was meant to do in the quiet space.
Yeah. And even if your brain is racing, when you take 2 or 3 deep breaths, by the third one, if you hold it a little and you let it out slowly, that's when your body will be like, oh, there's something going on, and then your body will signal your mind to calm down a little.
Yeah.
And it is always good to be out in nature if you can do that. Or there are so many videos you can play,
Right, but I don't want to make meditation a thing that you have to go and do. I want it.
You're right.
Excuse me. I want it to be something that's easy, that you just have to settle yourself for a few minutes.
That's it. Yeah, 5 minutes, not even.
Yeah,
Suzanne
Suzanne Geisman has that, 3-minute sip of the divine, just 3 minutes just to clear yourself, just to calm yourself. And your body will start healing itself. It might take a while for some people, but you just kind of have to be diligent. I don't really like that word.
Consistent.
Yes, consistent.
Yeah, I like that word. Yeah. And just like the helpers gave me I started the 2-minute miracles before I knew they were helpers. But they're saying even 30 seconds, even standing in a grocery line, just take those 3 breaths just to calm yourself. If you want to get deeper into meditation, once you start that and you feel like it's something that you want to delve into, your body will want to because you're calming it, and your body really wants you to be calm. And you'll see the benefits just from 30 seconds a day, 3 minutes a day, then 5 minutes a day. and then it'll just happen naturally.
Yeah.
And but I always say, and somebody already probably said this, but meditation beats medication.
I think that was something totally new that you just said.
Oh, really? Yeah, just like the notebook thing. Yeah, we're
That's
coming up
just
with them
like the
today, aren't
notebook
we?
thing.
Yeah, you bet. That is
So
true.
let's talk a little one thing about miracles. The new thing that happened was, I don't know if anybody watches Mr. MBB 333,
I
but it was,
some of
yeah,
them.
it was a big thing that had happened where a plane landed on a Florida, of course, freeway on top of a Toyota Camry, and nobody was injured.
I didn't see that.
No one was
Oh,
injured.
wow.
That was a miracle, and we have to call out these miracles when we see them, because
Yeah.
otherwise people go, oh, well, that was lucky. Well, yeah, it was
Yeah.
very lucky, but it's also a miracle.
It is. And oh, that's a lucky break. It's not a break. It's a miracle.
That's right.
Yeah, and well, I mean, some people have the word the idea that miracle has to do with, Jesus light coming down and, or something like that. Well, I mean, Jesus light could have been there. The angels could have been there, but we just don't see them in our dimension. But that makes it miraculous. It's a miracle.
I had a miracle about pulling into a parking space. Ta-da! It was right there waiting for me. That was a miracle.
Oh, don't even get me started with. Oh my God!
I'm just saying,
Let me tell you. Oh, that is so good. Yeah.
All these little things, think of them as miracles, because you're just going to be seeing more and more of them going forward.
And yes, and just be aware that they're there. And even if you're cynical and you say, oh, it was just that was a lucky break, just your brain, just remember in your brain, okay, I think I'm going to remember this and see what else comes.
Yeah, and be aware that when you do cut that connection, like you think it's a miracle, oh no, you are cutting that miracle in half.
Yeah, you're cutting off
just by giving it doubt. I mean, we can all be practical, and we can all look at things, from many different ways, but don't say it can't be a miracle, because it can be.
It can be, definitely.
Yeah.
I see little miracles all day long, like the feathers that fall in front of me. I know they come from my parents. Or if I see a happy, my eggs when they cook today, for some reason, I don't eat a lot of fried eggs, but they're not fried. They're in coconut oil, so it's not really fried in my opinion. But the way
coconut oil is still oil. I think it's still fried.
Okay. Well, but, I think of fried as bad. It's not bad.
No.
It's just cooked in a pan with oil.
Right.
Anyway.
The type of oil you use, is it a good fry or a bad fry?
It was a good fry. And I cracked the eggs, and I don't know what I did. I went to do something, and when I came back, I guess the pan was hot, and it had the 2 eggs at the top and like a smile at the bottom of all the egg whites were back down. I was like, "Oh, thanks, Mom. You were watching my eggs." That to me, that's a miracle. Every time I see something my mom leaves me, it's a miracle. Yeah. The other miracles I've seen lately have been people at my job who always say, "Oh, I never win anything," or, "Oh, the system's going to go bad again today like it always does." Well, it does, because there's 5 billion systems that are trying to work together, and there's always going to be something, So, and I see in my interactions with them that they're changing how they say that now. And to me, that's a miracle.
There you go.
And one person even said, "Oh my God, I won something." And I was like, "Well, I wanted you to win it. Did you?" "Well, yeah, of course I did." "Yeah, well, you always say, I want to win it." And then you say, "I won't win it." So you didn't win.
Don't cut it off.
That's right. Don't break your flow. My dad always said that.
So did you have something new that you wanted to bring up?
Oh, I thought we were up to miracles and synchronicities.
Inspirations and synchronicities. Are we up to that?
What did I say? I always get that wrong.
You said miracles and synchronicities.
Oh, well, synchronicities
Is a miracle.
is a miracle. And what's the other word that starts with an I?
Inspiration.
Inspiration. See, that was an inspiration. Well, I guess I got off the what's new. What's new? I guess I don't have anything new other than
Well,
my
then let's go into inspirations and synchronicities. Do you
inspirations and synchronicities. I got it.
Yeah.
I did it right.
Yeah, hey. Oh,
Inspirations. Let me write it down. Okay.
you were the one who told me.
I told you. I always get it
Yeah.
wrong. Why did I say it was? Now
Because
looks
I
like
come up with inspirations.
it looks like indiscretions.
That too.
I forgot the P.
You should have taken care of that before we left the house.
I knew you were going to say something like that. So, yes. Well, you know what? I guess I do have a what's new.
What?
And it's kind of an old new, but it's new to me because
Mine was old.
okay. Well, but it's new to you. But this is new to me another way. Well, actually, I'm looking at us the same way I used to, but seeing us in a different light. Because every so often, either one of us will say, you know, like I'll say, are people really watching us? Does it? And then Vicki will say, whoever needs to see it, will see, and or vice versa. I'll say that to her, and so we kind of keep each other going. And I thought about what do you know this week she was saying what do I have to offer, what am I offering? Well, with me she's offering someone to play off of and have fun with, but also that we are putting out there something that no one else is doing. We're doing the same things, we're talking about the same things, but we're like two people that are playing off each other, and there are not a lot of duos out there that aren't like comedy teams that have practiced and practiced and
In
practiced.
essence.
Yeah, right. So that's something different. I mean, maybe there are some, you know, let me know if there are other duos out. Well, there are like couples, husband and wife. I've seen like the heart.
Yeah, but they don't, we have our own energy.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And it's always both of us, whereas sometimes they do things separately that are not anyway. But that we are another piece of the puzzle of what's going on. We are here to be an outlet for others too.
Yeah. And so many times, and I was just telling Donna, it's like, you know, I'll think, you know, what do I have to offer? But then I'll be watching my videos, you know, as one does, and they'll have brought up something that I think Donna and I just talked about that. Donna and I had, you know, a really good conversation about that. So it's like we're all talking about the same things, just in our own way.
In a different way. We have I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, and hush, child. And
shut up, Donna.
I think we bring fun. I think we bring humor and fun and you know, that kind of stuff to the same old stuff.
But we also are giving people like a different sometimes we have totally different perspective on one thing. So within the podcast, people are getting two perspectives, and you know, so they, you know, take what what's the word? Take what hits and let go of the rest.
Right.
I can't think of how they say that, but anyway, but my, you know, what came to me is that we're another piece of the same puzzle. That's we're a piece of the podcast puzzle, but the universe wants everyone to hear through different means, and this is a way that others may want to, you know, and also that they may want to join us, and if they had, like you wanted to talk about.
We can talk about that now if you like,
and then I'll do my synchronicity. So
okay,
if you have any.
Listening to Anne's Friday live. Well, I don't do the live, I do the you know, the YouTube version of it. But she was talking about this is the time for us to be our authentic selves, for us to come out into the world and be who we were born to be. And I was thinking, that's what Donna and I do every week,
Yes, we do.
you know, and we have a platform. And if you want to take advantage of that platform, take advantage of this platform.
Yes, please do.
Because we love talking to people. Everybody's got a story. Everybody has a life path that they think that they are, that they are going down. Everyone's got something to say, and say it with us because we're kind of fun.
Yeah, we are. Of course
And
we are.
I wanted to mention that we do this at like 1 p.m. Arizona time on Sundays because, you know, Donna has to work.
And then
So,
Saturdays I have to get ready to do things
yeah,
because I have
she's
to
got
work.
stuff to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever she does, I don't care. I just know I have to be here at 1 o'clock on Sundays. But if you want to come and you want to share yourself to, you know, trillions of people who watch this, come on and share because it is fun. You get a freedom from expressing yourself. And it can actually, you know, not that I want to, you know, hype this up, but it could change your life just knowing that you have the freedom to talk about yourself.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay.
And the fact that I mean, you know, we're both of the same age, and a lot of women are this. We started the podcast by saying there are a lot of women that are awakening. Well, there are men too. I don't have. I would love to have, you know, men on that if they.
I was going to say my husband, but I don't want to interview my husband.
Oh, well, I could interview him if he has something that you think people need to hear. Then yes, I could do that.
Oh, but don't we all have something people should hear?
Yes, that's your point.
That's my point.
And even if you don't have a story like, well, here's my spiritual, you know, journey.
Oh.
Even if you don't have a story, whoa, what's happening? My picture. Okay. The paintings on the wall wanted to be seen. I don't know. But even if you don't have, you know, that you don't want to talk about your spiritual path, maybe you want, or your modalities, if you do healing or drawing or whatever it is that you do that you feel people, you know, you would like people to see, or you make jewelry. I don't care what it is. Or you have a deep spiritual message that you want people to hear.
Or you've had a bad childhood, but you have grown up to love yourself. And how did that happen?
You did that. Yeah, that's right.
And were there people in your life that helped you become the person that you are? That didn't have to be a family member.
That's very good. That's wonderful. So that, you know, we want to be a platform for that too. So whatever. And even if you just come on and want to just talk, and like, we'll just say, okay, so today we're going to talk about synchronicities. What do you want to say about synchronicities? You know, we can, whatever it is. And
just
what
be a part of the conversation.
If you could get a word in edgewise, yes.
That's a problem.
We are both like that. That is so cool. But now I forgot what I was going to, the end of it.
But I swear, we'll shut up when you're talking. I swear.
But yeah, we usually do that. We're just so excited today. But but the idea being that whatever you have to say, if someone hears it and it changes their life in some way, or changes how they look at something, to me, that's, you know, that's what it's all about.
Job well done.
That's right. We're here to help. So
yes,
that's it. So I found, well, I do have a what's new, even though we've moved away from what's new.
Well, we haven't quite moved into the inspirations and synchronicities yet.
Yeah, inspirations, right. But
it's that B thing.
That somebody, I don't know, it was something I heard on a podcast where people are saying you don't have to know every step you're going to take. You don't have to know where you came from, or anything like that, but things are opening up to where we are all going to hear more about Earth's history and human history on Earth, and our history off Earth, and all of these things are coming out. So you could just ask your guides, so what was my path? Well, it's come to me many times in other channels and through my shaman journeys and things like that. It's come to me in little bits and pieces. But even if I don't know, oh, I came from the Pleiades and then I lived here and then I did this and I did that, I know that the reason I'm here now, it's not only to help others, which is what I thought was my mission, I guess. Since my beginning of my spiritual journey, that's what I said. I'm here to help others. Well, yeah, you are here to help others, but you are here to help your own soul to grow. That's number one. And, I've heard that a million times, but it just never really hit me until this week, in that when you are going through your growth and what you are doing can help other people just by your example. Yes, we say this all the time, but it didn't hit me until this week when it really two or three people showed to me how I don't even talk to them about my spiritual journey, but just the fact that I did, my own work, and I could help them with, and I always say, this is how it happened to me. I never say you should do this or you should do that. Or if I do, I notice it right away because I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. But you have options. And I said that to one guy and he was like, really? What would that be? And I gave him some options and, oh, I hadn't thought of it that way. And it's like, that's what I did for myself. And that's how you can help other people. It's not just I'm here because I have to help. It's not like that. So
it's the example that you put out into the world.
That's it. Exactly. And well, one of my big missions is my submission. I don't know. Submission isn't the right word. One of my missions is, to get the celestial helpers connected to people and to help them find connectors on Earth too. But that's the first, and that's what they told me. This is your first. When I said, so why am I here? What's the first? This is what I thought. And now I'm looking at this differently. And they're like, well, it's not a bad different. It's a good different. So, yeah. So that's my what's new. I'm looking at things differently.
So inspirations and synchronicities.
Okay. Inspirations. I wrote it down. Now I know where to find this when we go through
the pen.
That's what we should have signs that say, although we don't always stick with it, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so what are your inspirations and synchronicities?
Oh my gosh. Where to begin? Well, let me just say a couple of synchronicities that was interesting. Last week I was talking about somebody having more interactions with trans people, right? Well, so I'm reading this book, right? And all of a sudden I come to the page, it's like, oh my God. And she was trans. She was trans. And so now, because I kind of felt bad, like, because I'm talking about this, but I don't really know anything about trans people. I know more than I did last week.
Oh, good.
Because my book was telling me. So that was a pretty cool synchronicity. That's
really cool. That's well, it's because you're in the flow. You are in the flow.
I'm in the flow. That's
and it's like you may not have asked what it is, but maybe in your brain, as you were saying that on the podcast, maybe your brain was saying, what is that? Yeah, that's really good.
So yeah, so that happened. Sometimes when you watch a video and you go, oh my God, they're talking exactly to me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There was a video where this lady, she just popped up. I didn't know who she was, but her message was, stop talking to yourself and thinking about your day. Start releasing it. And, like she just said, stop talking about yourself and about your day to yourself, because that blocks other thoughts coming in. It's kind of like, when you meditate, because that's one of the things that I do a lot, is my brain is very active and I do talk to myself too much. And sometimes I have to, I have to just stop it. I just have to stop talking to myself. So
Oh,
other people might have that problem too.
I don't think it's a problem. Well, I'm the only one living here, so who else am I gonna talk to?
Well, no, but I mean, if you have the kind of mind like I do, like an OCD type of mind,
Right.
because I do know sometimes I get into patterning a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
patterning a lot, like when I am sleeping. My dreams is like it'll pattern, it'll pattern. And that is my mind just bringing up all these patterns that it keeps itself in a loop,
Right.
right? And so I need to learn how to break that loop.
Okay. Yeah, I do the same thing. And
Mhm.
and I can't think of the last time that has happened. Other than, yeah, I guess I can, because there was an issue with it's winter and the pool, they aren't heating it properly. The last two managers, we asked them and they turned it up, and this guy's having a fit about it. Um, so that, that was on my mind a lot. And even while I was working. And I felt it, and I was like, when you said the word loop, I was like, you're looping. I haven't done that in a long time. And I used to do that about even little teeny things where I couldn't sleep because the loop is going and going. And a friend, well, not a friend, a neighbor mentioned, that I have this loop going in my head that's reminding me of all these bad things. And I got out of it by just saying, you know what? In this moment, there's nothing I can do. And I said, I just sent it unconditional love. I said, I know, I love you. Jesus loves you. Everybody, you have parents who love you. You have a family who loves you, even if I don't at this moment love you. Somebody does. Well, even if
I love
like
you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too. My Vicki, I love you too. But even if I don't like him at that moment, I was sending it love. And when I did that, there were two other things that were kind of trailing along behind, and they just got taken care of. Boom, boom, boom. And it was gone. But the loop, when it started to come back, I just went, this is dumb because it's hurting me. My neck started hurting. And things like, and I was like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to go back to hurting my body by my brain going.
Right.
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with thinking about your day. What did you mean?
No, when you obsessively think about your day and you don't take the time to let your mind quiet.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. I think I get
Quit
it.
it.
Because I get up and think about my day. I'm like, oh, this is what's going to happen today. And I know miracles are going to happen. I always try to put that in there. Show me, universe, what miracles. Anytime that you're in a loop like that and you realize it, number one, that is a good thing. You noticed it. Okay. So
Right.
that's a good thing.
Yeah. And one thing that it keeps you from being in the moment.
Okay.
Which is a Jason Mraz song, who I saw an hour and a half concert of his last night. So
you didn't tell me that.
Well,
Wow.
it's like, who cares? Only I care.
Yeah, right. You were
It's on YouTube. It was actually just put up like 3 weeks ago, because I thought it was from years ago, but he had some of the stuff from his new album on, but it's like it's just him playing stuff.
Yeah.
And talking for an hour and a half.
Good for him.
He's got so many wonderful songs. But anyway, he also has a song that says, be in the moment.
That's it. And I mean, if you're not, where are you? There's nothing wrong with looking forward to something like, oh, Christmas is coming, but it's
yeah, no, I'm talking about the obsessive stuff that you do with yourself.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay.
No obsessions allowed.
No obsessions allowed. So we talked about that. I want, something I almost started posting on my Noodle Brain page about it, but I thought, no, I'm going to talk about it. And it was an inspiration. And I was watching the movie, and Knives Out. It's on Netflix. It's new. I'm not really into the mystery.
What's it called?
Movies. It's a Knives Out movie.
I don't know what that is.
Anyway, it's a genre of like a mystery movie, right?
Knives Out? How you
Yeah.
spell that?
Knives.
And
It's a new movie on Netflix.
knives.
Yes,
Gotcha.
knives.
I was like NYE what? Knives.
No,
what?
no.
Okay, gotcha.
So, and anyway, and in this
Knives Out.
movie, it was about Catholic priests and stuff anyway, but in this movie, somebody said, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." And it just hit me. It's like, you have to forgive yourself. You
Yeah.
can't just put it on somebody else to forgive you and think everything's going to be okay. I mean, asking for forgiveness is like a first step, right? Asking for forgiveness is a first step, but that's not the only step you have to take.
Right.
You are a piece of that puzzle. You are a piece of God. You are a fractal of God. So if you are asking God for forgiveness, you have to forgive yourself. You have to take that responsibility in and forgive yourself in addition to asking others for forgiveness for whoever you have wronged.
I totally agree. And I would even take that a step further in God is not going to say he doesn't forgive you.
No, because
God will automatically forgive you. So really it's totally on you to forgive
it's
yourself.
totally on you. That's right.
That's right. Absolutely.
But there was just something about that whole forgive me,
Yeah.
Father, for I have sinned. It's like something didn't ring true in this day and age.
No, but and I know a lot of people that are Catholics that are, and a lot of people that say they're recovering Catholics too. There are many. And I grew up Catholic light, Episcopalian. So
and I do think that's a powerful first step, but it's not the only step.
Well, and the fact that and I have nothing against anybody loving their religion. I want everybody to have whatever spirituality works for them. It's just organized religion isn't my bag, but I understand that rituals and that sort of thing can put you in a it can work for people. It can put them in a mindset, just like, when I do my shaman rituals, it puts you in a mindset. Or saying grace before a meal, or thanking the chicken for the egg that you're eating, or whatever it is. Rituals are a good thing. But when you are looking outside of yourself, like you said, for the Father to forgive you or for God to forgive you, or then you're always looking outside of yourself and you're never taking responsibility for your actions. You're never realizing that you bring these things to yourself. You're never going to come to that realization.
Yeah, and it's those people who go to church every Sunday and say, Jesus has forgiven me for my sins, so I don't have to care about what I do throughout the week.
Exactly.
It's those kind of people who have to take a bigger look.
My dad told me a story about my uncle. I didn't know I had a Catholic. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. I remember now, but
you have Catholics in your family?
Yeah. Well, it was my mom's sister married a Catholic, and then my dad's sister married a Catholic. That's who he's talking about. Anyway, whoever it was, I don't know who it was. Anyway, they were riding their bikes, so they had to be really young. Because all these people that were, it's not like intermarriage or anything, but the people in my family knew each other their whole life before they got married. Yeah, right. Anyway.
Not that it's incestuous, because it's not.
No, it's not like that. It's just well, that's how things were back then. It's like you had your group of people, and then like
I know my son, your daughter, blah blah blah.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so God, how did I get into this? Anyway, he was riding his bike with this guy, whoever it was, my uncle or his friend, I don't know. And he said, "Oh, I gotta go to church because I have to. Do you want to come?" And my dad was like, "No, I'll wait on the porch. How long is it going to be? Kind of, or I'll come back." And he said,
an hour and a half.
No, it's like 15 minutes. I have to confess. I have to go to confession. Yeah. Okay. So he said, well, and my dad asked, what is that? What are you talking about? And he explained it to him. And he went in and then he came back out. And my dad said, "Oh, well, do you feel better?" And he said, "Yeah." And he got on his bike and something hurt him. And he said, "Well, God damn it." And my dad said, "Wow, I can see that really helped." And he said, "Well, yeah, because I was forgiven." And my dad went, "Okay, that's it. No, no, really, no, none of this stuff for me, because it didn't sit right with him. Okay, it doesn't sit right with me either. Nobody should have carte blanche to do whatever they want, just because.
And realize they're just going to be forgiven, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. And that's kind of sad. But
Mhm.
on the good side, that kind of energy is dissipating.
Yes.
So why did we come into all of that?
Because we're all evolving.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. I do. And there are shows that I used to watch or books that I used to read that I can't read anymore because they are archaic in the way the feminine energy and the male energy is so dominant and taking things over. Just like at one point in my life, I couldn't watch Gone with the Wind anymore because I was just like, that's no. It's just not for me anymore. It's a nice story, but I just didn't like I just don't like it anymore.
Well,
And
only because Scarlett O'Hara does become her own person at the end of the movie.
well, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
But it took her long enough. But
Well, it's a 4-hour movie.
I
Yeah, it's
hadn't
going to take
looked
her
at
a
it that
while.
way. It could be it could be about someone's growth. Okay. Anyway, but I wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking of, and the only show that I can, or book that I can read, or show that I can that has to do with the American South 100 years ago or 200 years ago, is Outlander, because they handle it so much differently than the way it was. But anyway, my point is there are things I can't watch anymore. And some of the cop shows are getting too loud and shooting too much. And so I'm outgrowing some of those too.
Because it's the whole, if you kill it, it'll make it all better. That never makes it better.
And this is why we don't have friends from other planets coming, because they're afraid
Because
they're going to
we're
get shot. Not only that, but because the mindset isn't right. It's, anyway, but in talking about, you were talking about your synchronicities, one thing came up within the Ann Tucker. Oh, and that was the other thing I want to mention. We did meet because of Ann Tucker.
Mhm.
And so that's another thing that, if you like Ann Tucker's stuff and you want to be on our show, let us know. I was going to add that when you were talking about that. Anyway, but the mother creation, every day it's something new, and every day it impacts me, and it has changed how I connect just like that now. And just because we're doing this every day. I mean, I meditate every day, but we are being brought into, now they're calling it a container, a cocoon, of that mother of creation, and the love that she sends to us and gives it to us. And the things that she says are happening to me just as she says them, and things like that. Okay. So today something happened. I forget what it was. I won't go into it, but the idea being, so now you can cut the ties to that, or whatever the term was. And oh, I know what it was. It was letting go of something that has been dragging you down, or something like that. I can't remember the terms. And it was a big thing. And and it came to me that it was how I look at money. I have to look at money in a different way. This has been going on for years within me. And when we did the thing today, I felt like something really changed on how I think about it. Yes, it's energy, and all people have told me, "Oh, don't look at it this way or that way. Look at it this way or that way." Anyway, so when I did it today,
Easier said than done.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm really good at telling people how they can do stuff. It's easy for me to tell you. It's just like if you watch somebody golfing or bowling, you can see what they're doing that you could change, but you can't do it yourself necessarily. But anyway, and so came out of that meditation, and I put on something on YouTube, and I just turned it on, and it said right away, it said, "So if you're looking at how you'd like to look at money differently," and I went, "Okay, what's this?" And it was just
What do you got for me?
Just like that. It happened just like that. And the other synchronicities were they are becoming, the numbers are speaking to me now. So I can see it's not just I say, oh, it's 11:11, then I'm in the flow or whatever. This I can't, I wish I'd have written down the example, but I saw, 3 6, this is just an example. I saw like 3 6 9, then 1 2 3 4, and then 7 7 9 9, and whatever it was, I went, oh, this means that, that means this, that means, oh, okay. And I knew where to go and my next step of my day, because I was wondering, should I do this? Should I do that? And it came right to, oh, let's go do that. And then I went, I just, it's a language. I mean, people, they say math is a language.
Yes.
I don't mean math. That language can go. I don't want anything to do with that language, but the numbers themselves and the meanings behind them that my guides have given me, and that others have talked about in numerology and that sort of thing, that is a different language, and I'm starting to speak it and understand it anyway. So and another thing that happened that was a miracle to me. I've seen this happen
I'm
where,
sorry, but we're past the miracle
well,
portion
whatever.
of this podcast.
It was an inspiration.
There you go.
It was an inspiration. That now I
I'm sorry.
no, that's okay. No, that people, that's when I don't know if it's always now or when I'm just with Mother of Creation. I sometimes within a meditation I see a mandala ahead of me, but with her I always see it, and it does this thing where it goes like this and then it goes like that, and it just keeps doing this. And I don't know if it doesn't seem to match up with my breath. Well, it is the same rhythm. So it's like, so if I breathe in, it takes a minute for it to move. And then I breathe out, and then it takes a minute. As I'm breathing in, it's moving the other one. Anyway, and these are things that I see when I'm doing these meditations. Excuse me. And then one time I saw, and I have awakened in the night and seen just lines of numbers like in the Matrix.
Mhm.
It's not that color, but
Yeah.
and all these numbers are going like this. And and I said, I really need to find out if somebody else sees this. People say, "Oh, I see numbers." I don't know what they're talking about. Are they talking about numbers doing this? Are they, 1 1 2 2 2? What are they seeing? And then the next one of the videos I put on, the next person said, "Oh yeah, I had this download where all these numbers are coming down up and down like in a line, and I don't know what that means." And I was like, "Thank you." And the answer was that, and then Marco Romero, is it Marco? Is that his name? Marco Romero? Franco Romero said, if you're seeing that, it doesn't mean, if you can see that and you can figure out what it means, well, good for you. But if you can't, don't worry about it. It's a download that's in your system that will kick in when it's needed. And you just were open to get that download at that moment, but that doesn't mean that you have to figure out what, like, you're not everybody is Robert Edward Grant that can just say, oh, it's a this and that and the isosceles tetrahedron and all that stuff, so I went, thank you. So I stopped worrying about, like, it's not a worry, but it was like, what is that? What am I supposed to do something with that? And then and I wasn't looking outside of myself, but the answer came to me, and it made sense within. So
Good.
yeah. So there you go.
There you go.
So cool. So did you have any more inspirations or synchronicities?
No, just I told you about that dream where Jason Mraz kissed me.
Oh yeah, how cool. I love those. I love those.
He'd never kissed me before, and I said, "This is our first kiss." And then it was like an old couple kiss. It's like, he came into the room, he kissed me, and then he immediately turned to this lady and asked something about were you negotiating without me? And it's like, that was all, but it's like, he
He was negotiating with you, and then
No, he wasn't negotiating with me. I was
no, he was.
negotiating with the girl, with the lady about something,
Yeah,
and then he wanted to be part of it. And I know
that's
in dreams,
cute.
supposedly famous people can like be your guides or something come in. It's but
When
it's
was that? Was it before the concert?
oh yeah, that was days ago. Yeah.
And then the concert showed up that
Yeah.
you didn't know
Yeah. Well, and it's not like I look him up because I don't, but like
your
I
algorithm. Is in,
it's the algorithm. It's like
yeah,
sometimes I'll not have seen him on YouTube for a very long time, but then something will pop up.
yeah.
And I do think there is a little, magical intervention that comes
I think
through to
so.
us.
I know the algorithms are at play all day long. I know
Hmm.
that. But sometimes they're just so blatant that, I mean, like I had a chat with a friend with one of my coworkers, and or it was something that the boss said in the chat, and then it showed up, in my algorithm, and I was like, this isn't even connected to work. So obviously,
I am not sure what is connected to what,
well,
but
that's a good point. That's
sometimes
I know what you mean.
sometimes I can figure it out and sometimes I cannot.
Yeah.
And I
uh,
love the time that I cannot figure it out because that means it was divine.
There you go. That's good. Well, and I was watching was NCIS last night, the new one that had uh the medical examiner had to carry around this a phone that was this AI, and the the difference between a personal touch and
Mhm.
and the AI, and things like that, and it was cutting into like people's phones, and putting up video of them, somebody on a stakeout, and he was like, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear their, and and I thought that too. I was like, well, because he said, how do you have access to that? Oh, well, they said that I could have access to everything. And so this AI was just pulling things off of
Giving him everything.
everything everywhere, and I was like, wow, this is going to make some people really scared on the one hand, but on the other hand, it's like, well, you know what, they've always been able to do this for years, but nobody really
Mhm.
knew. But
Right.
anyway, but like you said, you don't know
Mhm.
what's connected. So it's like, people think it's Alexa or it's Siri, listening. It's just another algorithm, and the
I
algorithms
was
can
gonna
be
say
talking to each other.
we do exist in a matrix,
Hmm.
and we have algorithms at play that we probably, well, it's kind of like also the law of attraction, right? You
Right.
speak something, you create more of that something. It's like, it's the web, it's
Sure.
the field,
It is.
this field around us has an algorithm to it.
That's right. That is
And
so
that
true.
algorithm will take what you put out, will bring you more of what you put out,
Mhm.
and will also maybe lead you in different directions that you hadn't thought of because of what you put out.
Right. And yeah, and your own algorithms can be talking,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cross
It's not
talk.
just AI.
Yeah.
We're living in this.
Yeah, that's
That was
right.
kind of fun to
Yeah,
think
that is fun.
of.
That is cool. I love that. And who's to say, that, well, like you said, you're thinking of these things. If you're in the flow, they would come to you faster. And the things that you're not thinking about will come to you much faster than the things that you're saying, "Oh, I can't wait to get this. I hope that I get it." That's going to take longer because
Yeah, because you don't have it yet.
you're
And
looking
you're
at it
only
from
thinking
lack.
that you want to get it. So
Yeah.
you will want to get it forever.
So you're in the flow and you hear about something and you go, "Oh, that's cute." And then next thing you know, you get seven of them coming
Mhm.
because you just thought of it for a second and you're not looking at it from lack.
Oh, one, I got to tell you, one of the weird little synchronicities that happened. This was years ago, and I had woke up, um, and the last thing on my mind when I woke up was the girl in the blue Mustang. And I thought, that was very random. Well, so we're going on our drive, and I'm scrolling through my phone as I do when my husband drives, because you don't want to do it when you're driving. So, and all of a sudden, a podcast came up that said the girl in the blue Mustang.
Whoa.
It was the title of somebody's podcast that they had put out for that day. And I never get podcasts like that. I don't get things like that coming because I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, just ours. So,
Just
so
hours over and
that was
over
such
again.
a random thing
Yeah.
that's like there was no other explanation.
That is so cool. And it came to you just before it actually
Just
appeared in the
before it
physical.
happened. Yep.
Yeah. That, and and somebody like you say you're not psychic or you're not clairvoyant. What the heck is that?
I'm a little bit, well, it's coming. I'm a little bit of everything. I don't have anything really honed down yet that I can just draw on it, but
Well,
it comes when it comes.
that's good. That's good. I'm like that too. There's
Yeah.
so many things, so many, and it's not, never use the word too, TOO. I don't like that word, like, because I've been told, oh, you're too sensitive, or you're too mouthy, or you're too this or too that. I'm too female is what it comes down to. Well, I'm not really, not like feminine, but I'm not a man, so I'm not supposed to, say things. Yeah. But that word too, really, that bugs me when people say, oh, I'm too that. No, you're not. You are this. You're not too, you are that. And then also when you do that, you are owning it.
Mhm. Yes.
Instead of, oh, I'm too such and such, it's kind of wimpy. But if you say I'm such and such, then you're owning it. So there you
Well,
go.
and it brings up the point that in this new energy and next year, it's like we're going to have so many things start opening up. This is what I believe. This is what I've heard from everybody,
Mhm.
and it's like, and I am a little clairvoyant. I am a little clairaudient. I am a little clear sensate.
Sensing.
I am a little of everything, and more people are going to realize that so are they. And they actually might have big things that come to them that they're like maybe very clairaudient or very clairvoyant. But
Right.
take these little gifts as they come in.
That's good. And then also that could just, I mean, what I'm feeling, I don't know if it's true, but it's like you've downloaded that, you know how to do it. If an instance comes where you have to have it and use it, it'll be right there for you and you'll be
Well,
able to.
that would be nice to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it feels like to me. Anyway, so yeah. So and then to bring it all back to the beginning, this is Vicki says I do that and I'm so good at it. I'm too good
Just,
at it.
she can go on a little tangent, but she comes back. She
Yes,
comes
we
back
do.
home.
Yeah, well, I learned that because I talk so much. I have to bring it back
Where
somehow.
was
Yeah, it's like, what? How did you get, where are you going? I don't know. But anyway, the idea of having others on the show is
Oh,
not because we don't love each other and we don't have so much fun together. It's because we want everyone to enjoy what we get to enjoy. We get to do this every week, and we're just very
mhm.
blessed.
And just talking about yourself and your journey is really it's very freeing.
It is.
It makes you feel good about yourself.
It does.
That other people listen to you.
That's
It's created a lot of, whether I deserve it or not, it's created a lot of confidence in me.
okay. There's that double edge, like, well,
There's that
I should
too.
say,
I could be
I should,
too
yeah.
confident, but I'm
No,
not.
no, we're not. No, and that's the other thing is that we're very honest and authentic.
Mhm,
And that will show to everyone.
mhm.
It's not ego driven.
Yes, but
You
but
know,
but remember, Anne said this is the time to be
it
your
is.
authentic self to the world, and we got a platform.
Yes. So it's your time to be authentic.
Mhm.
And so do you
Our
have,
email address, by the way,
oh yeah, it's your
it's your
time
time
for
for being,
being
and it'll be in the show notes.
gmail.com. That's right.
And 1 o'clock Arizona time every Sunday for the most part,
Yeah.
And if you feel like you want to, send us an email. We'll, if we want to have a little pre-interview, we can schedule that and just talk to you
Yeah.
and see if you even want to come on. but
That's it. And we are growing that way. You're growing an audience if you want to see.
and if it's not you, but you know somebody
Oh yeah,
who
there's
has
an
a
idea.
story, you have a friend, you have a family member, and you think that they might benefit from sharing their story,
Yeah.
send this to them and ask if they, want to consider it.
So I have my last word is about community, and this is this sort of community. There are
Mhm.
many communities out there that a lot of people that do their own podcasts or they do their own channeling on YouTube. They're opening their own communities in these little platforms like Mighty and Circle and uh,
Mhm.
what's the other one? The Deep Dive is on Circle too, isn't it? I think so. But there are many of them out there that are like 20, $30 a month to join a community. And I would suggest everybody do that. Or um, there are so many, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. There are so many of the people that I watch on YouTube that I get a lot out of because they're on the same wavelength. And they're pretty much the same ones that you listen to. And you have opened my eyes and ears to others that I, wouldn't have watched otherwise. But anyway, they are getting together also. So there are communities within communities within communities, and it's
Mhm.
all, look at the word community. It has the word unity in it.
Mhm.
So that's my word. So get together in some community, whether it is, whatever it is, if, especially if you're on your own, which a lot of people are nowadays,
Mhm.
get into some community, whether it's, Tai Chi, swimming, hiking, bird watching,
Silver
meditation,
sneakers.
silver sneakers. Yeah, I'm not yet there, but I have friends who do the silver sneakers. Yeah, or volunteer at a school to
Mhm.
whatever. Volunteering is a good thing. That's one thing that my job pays us 8 hours, 8 hours a year or 8 hours every 6 months to volunteer. So I'm going to be volunteering at the local food bank or somebody's casa kitchen. I can't remember the name of it. But with my coworkers. But things like that, get out and do something. And if not, if you are at home and you can't get out, get on one of these communities online or start meditating with others online. There are a lot of things that are out there, like Pam Gregory does one apparently every day. And you just go to her site pamgregory.com and all of that is there. And but I don't really do a super meditation with her. I connect every Sunday morning at noon, I guess it is. My alarm
Mhm.
goes off. And we're all connecting to that same field. And especially she has us say, welcome and
You're rocking the
I
boat.
know it's under my laptop. So welcome an expanded consciousness of love. So that's what I say every morning or every Sunday morning at noon. There are certain things like that I do. Well, the Mother of Creation thing, we're on day 25, 26, and it's going to end next week at the solstice. So yeah, it's going to end. So I'm going to miss it, but there are so many things out there you can be a part of, and not just watch swiping on your phone. Although
Mhm.
swiping on your phone in Facebook, my algorithm is really cool, and on YouTube it's getting so much better. It's pulling up a lot of spiritual things instead of dumb commercials. So
Mhm.
yeah, there are ads for spiritual things too.
Mhm.
So yeah, get out there, do something.
And I also want to say, and if you, to me, it's hard to be a part of a bigger community because I'm very shy. I feel like I get lost. I know you wouldn't know that, but
I don't
I
see that.
I meeting a lot of new people is very hard for me.
Oh,
But
okay.
but I can meet a few people, like I just asked to become a part of, another little group. But if you want to create your own group, it's very easy.
Oh,
Just,
yeah, that too.
even if you want, like me, it's like I have once a week, it's kind of just turned into a 30-minute meditation with each other,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have friends that just want to get together and just, have a meditation time together, that's cool too. Create your own group. Create something that you feel good about.
My phone goes off every Tuesday night at 8:30, and so I
Aw,
connect to
you're
your
so sweet.
I connect to your field.
You don't get the songs I send out.
But you tell me
But I
usually.
did tell you about it,
Yeah,
yes.
you did. You usually tell me what it's going to be. So, and you could send me songs. If you don't have time, I understand. That's not a
It's
problem.
just a link.
Well, whatever. That's cool. I have
Yeah.
one friend who a Facebook friend that I used to work with in New York who posts songs every night. And
Oh,
he says
well, that's
he's a
cool.
YouTube DJ, he says. So, and he
Well,
posts,
cool for
yeah,
him.
and
See,
he,
it's
yeah,
like whatever you want to do,
do
whatever you feel
something to get
drawn to
it,
do.
yeah, because in the spiritually thinking, or spiritual wise, it is sending threads of love,
Mhm.
and you're connecting with someone else, and it's not like you're out there, looking at, oh, that guy said that, and all these things on the phone that who wants to get into that?
Mhm.
If people want to cut other people down, I'll send them love. I'm sorry that you're in that place. Hopefully you'll get out of it. I don't want to be there. Find something that is going to help you open your heart,
Mhm.
because this is the new Dr. David Clements is saying, all these years we've been in our trying to get the chakras aligned, and in our physical form we've been using our minds. They set up all the academia because it has to do with using your mind, and what kind of job you have to use your mind, and it's all mind oriented, and now we're moving into where we are a more heart-centered human.
Mhm.
And so your mind and your heart are going to be, in coherence.
It's and integrity. We're
Yeah.
coming more into the field of integrity because I noticed these aren't spiritual channels, really. These are other types of channels that I listen to. The integrity is going to be very much a part of going forward.
Mhm.
So are we ready for my final words?
Oh, yes, the last word whenever you're ready.
Well, so other than the part of do something, it's like one time I remember I was getting a channeling from someone. And it was through actually Michael Sheridan and his dream analysis. Her name, I think, was Elizabeth Rose, and she was channeling Archangel Gabriel, and he came in and said, "Move, move, move," and I didn't know what that meant. Like, am I supposed to move somewhere or what? But then I was hearing something today that is like, that's all it takes is for you to do a little movement. Like we were talking about before. You just have to take a step forward.
Mhm.
You don't know if you're going to go 3 steps forward in that direction, but going a step forward will get you someplace that you are not now.
Right, absolutely, that's right.
And
I agree
that's
with that.
where things can start coming in is, just try things out. It's like if you want to volunteer at, oh gosh, my ear just went off. If you want to volunteer at someplace new, which I probably should be doing, you can do
You
that.
do. You volunteer every week, I thought.
I do. I only volunteer, at the food bank with a friend of mine. I don't go by
Right,
myself very often because
right.
it's really hard for me to walk into it. Even though I know these people, it's hard for me to walk into a place where I don't have someone to cling on to.
I had no idea that
I
you
am
I
like
don't
that.
see this. I don't see
I
this.
know you don't see it
Wow.
because I'm in my comfortable little box here on YouTube, and you're in your comfortable little box. You
Yeah.
don't see me out in the wild.
Yeah, I out in the wild, I know what you mean. I'm very protective. I am
Well,
in a,
it's not
yeah.
that I'm protective. I'm afraid of interrupting people. Isn't that weird?
That
Like,
has to do
like
with
if somebody's
self-esteem.
like, parties, like if somebody's talking at a party and you know how other people can just join into their conversation. I am not one of those. I kind of have to be asked to be part of a conversation. Because I don't want to intrude. I don't want to impose myself. And it's probably from my mother, don't bother other people, that kind of stuff.
I used to be like that.
Yeah.
Because my family was, I used to be
Yeah.
like that. I still am in some instances.
Yeah.
Obviously at my job, I would, I'm very gregarious at my job now, but when I first started, I just was, I'm just here to do my work. That was me. And, it very slowly have come out of my shell. The last job I was at, there was no way you were going to be anything but authentic and be yourself. And, and if you weren't like that, people would come in and they'd be like, whoa, I don't fit here because I'm not like that. They wouldn't last long, so that job helped me a lot to be myself. But I'm like that too. And I still am like that around my family. Not that my parents are, but I think of instances like that where the idea being that, people don't want to hear, not just they don't want to hear your truth. They don't want to hear anybody's truth. Some people don't.
Yeah,
And
but now things are changing and
very much
that's
so.
what I'm looking forward to.
That's right.
So.
And so that's a good last word, like
Well,
you said,
I have one more last word.
Oh, you do?
So,
Okay.
sorry, you guys.
No, don't be sorry. Don't ever be sorry. I love
I
you.
was watching Sonia Choquette, which will put it in there, and she had this thing flashed up, and it's because we all want to be a part of our higher self, right? But we are our higher selves, or we wouldn't even be here. But she put this thing up. It says, "Live as a soul," and I thought it was beautiful. I just wanted to read it.
That's it, because you are a soul.
Right. It says, "Living in the fifth dimension means learning how to live as a soul, a multidimensional and higher frequency being. It's time to start realizing and internalizing that every choice you make and everything you do mirrors your frequency. So ask yourself if your frequency is one of an empowered creative or of fear and victimhood." And I thought that was a beautiful thing to read. Sonia Choquette.
I had her name down here, and you hadn't mentioned it. I should have seen that. That's your last word.
But that was it. That's my real last word.
I like that. I always say be your authentic self. So, and that the celestial helpers, actually, this happens so often anymore. Another synchronicity. And we're talking, and I posted it already in the celestial helpers on Facebook, that you are your higher self. People say, that you think of that you have a higher self and you are a lower self, and that is not the case. You are a fractal of your higher self, so you are your higher self. So you gave it away. That was the ending.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So nobody has to read it now. No, well, they'll read it because we won't be posting this for another week, probably. Although if I have time today, we've been taking too long to get these out there, but I'm having so much fun. With
doink.
Yeah, I'm having so much fun with the noises. And then Mary Richards, thank you so much. If you're watching, we love you so much. We love everybody, but she gave us that AI thing that it's your time. And she was saying, oh, I said, well, maybe it's a little too dark. And she said, oh, it's probably too fast. It's too this, it's too that. And I watched it a couple times and I was like, it's perfect. So
well, it's funny. My husband goes, what's that? What's that? And I had to actually go back and I had to freeze it on us so you could like really take a look at it.
But it is fast, so that but think of it this way, when people get to know it, if they see that, they'll be like, oh, I know them.
There you go.
Yeah, I know them. I want to watch. Or I know them. I don't want to watch.
But no, you do want to watch.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Okay.
So, and the only other thing I would comment is that if you have other things, topics that you guys want us to talk about or that you want to talk about, obviously, but any other topics that you guys want us to bring up if you have questions. And if you have questions for the Celestial Helpers, that's another one. We're hoping next weekend that maybe on the 19th, depends. I have the 19th off because it's that day when Atlas is going to be closest to Earth, and it's the solstice next weekend. So a lot of things are going on. So I don't know if we will, but we're looking at maybe doing a live. I don't know if we will, but we'll see. It was your idea.
I know. Now I'm scared to death.
I know.
Of it.
She was like, let's do a live. Okay. And then I said, okay, we're going to do it. No, not yet.
I'm not ready.
So any resistance, we don't do it. So, and if either one of us have made a comment while we're taping this that we don't like, we'll tell the other one. We take it. Well, we've only ever had to take mine out, but we almost took yours out, but thought it was so funny. We kept it. So, yeah. So anyway,
this is, I am your Vicki.
Yes.
It's your time.
I love that. It was so cool. And I at the time I was thinking, yes, you are my Vicki. You're nobody else's Vicki. You can't tell them you're your Vicki. You can't do that.
That's like me make a mistake. What?
What? Yeah, and then I did that with the inspirations. I always say integrations. And what was the other
Oh
thing?
yeah, yesterday was a
always
big
say-
integration day. I don't know if anybody felt it, but I did.
Integration day?
Integration day. It was a big integration day for me because I didn't have anything going on. I was able to rest and
Oh, good. Yes.
yeah, it just felt like I was integrating a lot of the energies that had come in.
Mother of Creation was saying that, we need to dance. And that was in my mind all day after. And I was like, I don't dance. I mean, I dance around the house every so often. I'm excited, but I don't just say, I just need to dance for 5
Well,
minutes.
see, and that's what Jason does for me. It's like there's something about the tone of his voice, the frequency of his music, and I just like want to bop around.
Dance. And the only other thing that would be what's new would be I've been doing more humming and finding my own hums and my own song. And I was dancing to my own hums. So that was kind of cool. It's like, this is my own tune. I'm, talk about dancing to your own tune, which I've been told my whole life I do that. Well, that's the first time I really ever did it. So that was exciting.
Yay.
Yeah. So anyway, well, this was fun. It's always fun.
It was.
We love to do this, whether you guys watch or not. We love it.
Right. It makes us feel good.
We'll
And
continue.
hopefully it makes you feel good.
I hope so. And so next week it's everybody's time. Next weekend is going to be, brace yourselves for some wonderful, miraculous things to happen next weekend. So it's going to be wonderful. I'm so excited.
Yay.
All right, everybody. Thank you for saying it's your time.
It's your time. Thank you for being with us, as always.
As always. And
we will see you again.
All right. Bye, everybody.
It's your time.